right, guys, welcome back. Season 2, episode number 1. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
2025.
First day of the new year.
First day.
You got your goals ready?
Yeah, they're in my head. They're not on paper yet, but
Let's hear them.
there will be.
This is one of them right here, getting us started back.
Yeah. Yeah. Season 2 at the top of the list.
Yeah, first thing. I mean, we're like 10 hours into the new year.
Yep.
And here we are.
And here
Starting
we go.
strong.
Yep,
You know, that's what this year is going to be about for us.
it is, for sure.
For the whole company of Grounded, for everything.
Yep.
Strong.
Yeah. I think we was here this time last year,
Yep.
recording episode
Episode
It was,
one.
probably,
I think it was episode 2.
I think it was episode 2, because I
Yeah.
think in December we recorded the first one.
That's right.
Yeah.
But here we are, man. So,
Excited about 2025. Just released our new hybrid pack.
yeah,
And
excited about that. I think we'll touch on that here in just a few minutes.
Yeah.
yeah.
I think it would be good. We kind of talked about doing this, but giving everyone a life update, you know.
Yeah. We've had a lot going
We've had a lot go on.
I think Brandon updated everybody last time, right about the end of season 1. But why don't you remind everybody what's going on in the Sexton household these days?
Yeah, so we got, I think we found out in July we were going to have a baby, which was a shock to Carrie Beth and I. And it feels like an eternity ago
It
that we
does.
had
It
that
does.
conversation.
Yeah.
But we're closing in. I think we're like 6 weeks away from him being here. So we're excited about that. A lot of our time this summer, fall, has been spent getting the nursery ready. It's ready to go. We had to move my daughter upstairs, got her room taken care of, so all of it's good to go now. And so we're just waiting on him and still trying to figure out a name
You still got 6 weeks.
to roll with. So, I mean, we got the name pretty much picked out, but the full name we're having a hard time deciding on and agreeing on something that we both like. But,
Colton's a great name.
yeah, I told that to KB. She didn't go for it for some reason.
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, we'll get all that figured out. And February 13th is the due date. And I think we talked about that being the opening of the NWTF show as well, too. So,
Yeah. So you guys will most likely not see Brandon
Yeah,
in
you guys
Nashville
won't
this
see
year.
Brandon at Nashville.
yeah, I probably won't be there. I would love to be. You know, my wife and I just carried Bailey up to Nashville this past weekend, kind of like a little last weekend getaway before the baby gets here, just
Yeah.
to spend some time with Bailey. And we stayed at the Opryland Hotel. And, man, I was telling KB, I was like, I'm really going to miss it up here this year.
Yeah.
I know it's a lot of work leading up to it, and it's a lot of work actually being there working it. But it's a lot of fun, man, getting to reconnect with friends that you met over the years and just seeing the progression of the show, man. It's come a long ways from
Yeah.
I remember going there as a kid. It's come a long ways. But yeah, I took a picture of the entry going into the conference room. I almost sent you guys a picture of it, but I said, nah. I'll let you guys sleep in. But yeah, man, February 13th is the due date. We're excited about it. And can't wait to see what it's going to be like to be a new dad again. So
That's right.
Yeah. You know, if you didn't want to go, you didn't have to go to such great lengths. But I mean,
yeah,
Yeah.
but here we are.
here we are.
So I hope that he comes early, so at least I can get up there and maybe help one day.
Yeah.
You know, but the goal is to hopefully continue to be in Raleigh and then also be in Columbia this year as well too. I think we're
Yeah.
picking up a new show there, so
Yeah.
I'm excited about that.
Palmetto State Classic
Yep.
there.
Yep.
So you're in Columbia. Be sure to stop by.
That's right.
Come meet us.
Yep.
Yeah.
We'd love to talk to you.
Mm-hmm.
Drew, what's been going on with you?
Same old for me. Just working my life away. And, you know, just no. But I'd say, well, most recent news is, so most of y'all know I got a 7-year-old son, and we were able to take him, my dad and I were able to take him deer hunting the other afternoon. Got to see him shoot his first buck. Actually, first deer. A little 3-point. So he
Yeah.
was pumped about that.
Saw the photos you sent over to us.
Yeah.
Man, grinning from ear to ear.
Yeah. Yeah, you should see the video. The quality of the video is not very good.
Was it shot on Brandon's phone?
No, it was not.
It was shot with Greg taking the video, so
Hey,
not much better than me recording it, but still.
but at least he got it. You know,
Yeah.
all the audio is there, and then after the shot, some of the video, most of the videos there after the
Yeah.
shot. So that
Yeah.
you know, that's something that, I mean, gosh, Lincoln has shown it to I don't know how many different people already,
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
cool, man.
and it's something that we'll have as long as we back the phone up and
Yeah.
everything, you know, back up to the cloud.
Right.
But will have it forever, So it's so cool to go back and watch that. And that was just a super exciting afternoon for us. And, kind of, I think, lit the flame for him.
I could see
I
that.
asked, yeah.
Yeah, I could see that because when I was talking to him the other day and I was telling him congratulations about it, just the smile on his face, I'm like, this little boy
Yeah.
is going to be eat up with deer hunting.
Yeah.
And I asked him, I said, what do you like better? Turkey hunting or deer hunting? And he's like, oh, deer hunting all day.
Yeah.
I'm like, dang.
He'll come around.
Yeah, he
He'll come
will.
around.
Yeah.
I remember being the same way, though. I used to
Yeah.
love to deer hunt. We really didn't deer hunt a lot growing up until I got to high school. And then I kind of got the deer bug. Dad never really cared about it a whole lot. And I, I don't know, for whatever reason, I loved it. And then, I always loved to turkey hunt.
Right.
And then deer hunting just went to the wayside one day, and turkey hunting's always been number one.
That's
but
always been priority.
deer hunting used to be fun for me.
I guess that's why we don't really talk deer hunting on this
Yeah.
episode, huh?
That's
We probably could.
We like things with feathers.
yeah, I
Yeah.
know, right?
Yeah.
And warm weather.
And warm weather.
Yeah.
So,
Other than that, man, I'd say just developing new products, working on new products, trying to figure out what we need to do to meet more needs in the market as far as turkey hunters go and take grounded to the next level.
Yeah.
So that's kind of my life update.
Yeah.
What's been going on with you?
Man, we not a ton. I think I mentioned it maybe the same episode that Brandon mentioned they were having another baby. We moved out to Athens, and I don't know if I told this story when we were there, but so we moved to Athens because, at the moment, all three of us have other jobs besides Grounded.
Yep.
And so I relocated for work, and 48 hours into us being in the new house, we had a massive plumbing failure.
Yeah.
I mean, massive is like an understatement. We had water coming through our ceiling, and
that's a nice housewarming gift.
yeah.
right
And I'll just say it this way: it wasn't clean water
there.
either. They had plumbed for anyone who owns a home, you know what I'm talking about. But the radon line, they had plumbed the master sewer line into the radon line instead of the sewage line. So 48 hours later, that pipe had filled up, and then it just backflowed
Yeah.
into our ceiling, and so that was real nice. So for the first 2 weeks of our new home, we had our couches were literally in our kitchen, and we had to climb over them to cook and everything like that. So that was fun. Luckily, knock on wood, we haven't had any major issues after that. We've had a few minor things, but other than that, daughter's growing like a weed. She is running around like a feral animal right now.
Yeah.
Battling some. We're sick during Christmas and everything like that, so we're finally on the right track to recover. And I guess the only other thing is we got a puppy.
You're kind of like us, Colt.
Yeah,
we
we
bought one too. So.
Right, we thought life wasn't crazy enough, so we decided to get a puppy, and got a chocolate lab. And I grew up with labs. They're my favorite dog of all time. And this one, I don't know. They sent us a video, and they were like, you can pick which one you want.
Yeah.
And they had different color collars, and I was like, well, which one looks the calmest? And so we picked that one, and she ain't very calm.
Been there, done that before.
Golly,
They
she
got
is-
you on that one.
Yeah, and yeah, she put a hole in our wall like 2 weeks into being home, and no, so we got that patched up, and luckily she's visiting some grandparents right now because I'm about to travel a lot for work. But we're getting a fence put in, so she'll have
Nice.
free
Plenty of room
reign.
to run.
That'll be good. Get
Yeah,
some of that
and
energy out.
I think that'll change things a lot. So.
Yeah.
Other than that, man, not much. We all have our roles with Grounded, and so just supporting the vision that you guys have and
Yeah.
relaying that to our customers and the market and everything like that. That's what I've been focused on. So I think it would be good as we kind of transition here to talk about what we did in 2024
Yeah.
and, some of the things that we learned and some of the things we're really proud of, and then talk about what's new and what's coming in 2025.
Yeah. I'll kind of start with just a thank you to everybody that supported us, that followed us, that liked images, that shared things. signed up for the newsletter, anything that you did. Yeah, listen to the podcast. We appreciate you more than you know, and it means a lot. At the end of the day, we're 3 guys from Alabama that love to be outside, that love to hunt, and just had this vision to hopefully meet some needs of turkey hunters and lead people to God all at the same time and give him the glory for anything and everything that happens, good, bad, ugly. He gets the glory for it.
Right.
And we launched the company in 2020, really started selling products in 21, and now we've got pants and gloves and masks and 2 vests and all kinds of other stuff in the works. And it wouldn't be possible without your support.
Yeah.
100%.
And we appreciate that so much. And a lot of this has come from customer feedback and people talking to us at shows, sending emails in. That's time away from your day. And at the end of the day, time is the most valuable, precious resource that we have. So thank you for sharing those things with us. But as far as highlights from this year, things that we're most proud of, I'll say just from my standpoint, I love the fact that we were able to introduce the pants and the featherweight series to the market.
Yeah.
We got a ton of great compliments on those. And a lot of guys really enjoyed the lightweight breathability of those pants and the shirt too. But I personally got more comments on the pants than I did the shirt. And so I would say that's probably was my favorite, most proud moment for the year.
There's always that element whenever you're releasing a new product that you want it to hold up and be something that our customers and our fans appreciate and something that's going to hold up, because the last thing you want to do is put something out there that's not going to hold up, right?
Right. Yep.
And so I think there's always that element, even though, we ran them through trial periods and we want to make sure that everything was on the up and up, that everything did work out well with them. And I mean, I think a few of the hunts that we went on, we got to put them to the test ourselves.
Oh, yeah.
With the briars and how they held up, and very comfortable, and I enjoyed every part of it. And then being able to see people who wore them through the year and then tag us in photos with them being on them, that's pretty cool, man.
Yeah.
So. Yeah, I think for me, there's one personal aspect and then there's one business aspect. But personally, we talked about it on the podcast all last year, and I promise I won't bore you guys with this anymore. But, last year was the first year I really went turkey hunting, and just being able to be a part of that and something that, I know is part of your guys' life so much, and being able to kind of join in those experiences with you guys was huge for me. I'm already trying to block off time on my calendar to get ready to go for this next year. And then, for Grounded, I think the biggest thing for me is when we talk about customer feedback and stuff, we truly listen to it.
Yep.
And we have meetings every week where we sit down and we talk about what we're going after, what we're going to do. But we also talk about what people are saying, and we look at everything. I mean, we look at Old Gobbler, we look at Facebook, we look at, we look at YouTube videos, we look at a bunch of stuff. And really, I want people to know when they hear this that most of the things that we're working on or we're launching are things that we've heard from customers.
Right.
Because there's such a need out there. And being able to watch Drew develop those products and kind of cast that vision, and then having Brandon be able to kind of, start reaching out to people about possibly selling it in stores and things like that. And then being able to relay that vision to the market, I think is something that I've been really proud of this last year. And, we grew this last year a lot.
We did.
And I just want to say it again. Drew already said it, but thank you guys from the bottom of our heart, because we have a lot of vision for 2025.
Yep.
And, I think you're going to start seeing that relatively quickly. Here,
100%.
in the first of the year.
They've already seen some of it. And, we talk about customer feedback and what they like and what they would like to see. And we were able to just release the chest pack.
Yeah, the hybrid pack.
And so, Drew, why don't you just kind of touch base on that and where that started at and where we're at with it now.
Yeah, so our 2.0 vest is more of your traditional turkey vest.
Yeah.
You know, it's what your grandfather carried, a lot of pockets, carry the kitchen sink type deal, all the calls. But the last probably 8 years in the turkey world, 9 years, a lot of guys have really, I mean, turkey hunting in general has really taken off those 8 or 9 years. But within that, you've got a lot of guys that really love to public land hunt, and the style of hunting has changed to more of a quote unquote run and gun
Right.
type strategy. And within that, guys don't like to carry a lot of gear anymore.
Right.
You know, like our dads growing up, they carried everything. Guys now, they've got their 1 or 2 calls that they want to carry. They want to be lightweight. They want to be mobile.
Yep.
And so looking at our product line and things that we offered, a lot of guys came to us and said, hey, we want something minimalist, very lightweight.
Right.
And so we kind of went to the drawing board. Like Colton said, I mean, I make posts, I'm not going to say every week on Old Gobbler, but a lot on Old Gobbler, just picking people's brains. You know,
Right.
you guys are out there in the woods.
What do you want to see?
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. And so we took a ton of feedback, learned a lot from different people, and felt like the Bino Harness chest pack game and kind of side of the industry is where a lot of people are going. But we felt like there wasn't anything that was extremely well designed and thought out.
Right.
And that's where we based everything off of. We went from there to, okay, why do people not want to wear chest packs? And the number 1 and number 2 reason was, number 1, they don't want to give up their cushion because they want to be comfortable when they do sit down, even though most of the time it's not for long.
Right.
But they do want to be comfortable. And then number 2, they want a place to store that jacket when they get hot or shed some layers during the day. If they're hunting all day, they're walking long distances into public land. And so we said, okay, how do we mesh these two together? And it was, you know, it went from there. It went to the drawing board, and it was, okay, well, let's keep the cushion in the game bag, but let's incorporate the chest pack front that is designed in a specific way to hold a decent bit of gear, but not just a ton of gear.
Right.
And we started manipulating things. We went through several different revisions. And what you see in the hybrid pack is what we ended up settling on. We felt like was probably going to be our best option as far as design wise and functionality wise. So
The engineering on it and just the design was probably harder on it than I think the 2.0 was. Starting out just by the way that the layout was on it and making sure it functioned properly as well too.
Yeah, the dimensions on it, because, you know, with a chest pack and something on the front of your chest, you don't want it too wide because then it impacts you shouldering your gun.
Yeah.
Obviously, you can't have that. We figured that out with the 1.0 and the buckles, right? We had some left-handed guys say, hey, I can't really shoulder well. So the first couple revisions we got of the chest pack itself were too big. They're too wide. You can't shoulder the gun well.
Yep.
And then you've got too much extra space that's wasted. So really slimming it down.
Yep.
One revision, our box call pocket wasn't large enough to hold a box call. So, it, you know, revising that.
Yep.
And
so
then the pockets weren't deep enough for the strikers to go down into.
yeah.
So that was another.
The mouth call pocket on the side was too tight.
Right.
You couldn't get your fingers in it to
Yep.
get a call out. So this thing went through several revisions over the last 2 years. And a lot of guys are like, dang, 2 years? I mean, that's typically what it takes. When we plan for a new product, it's 2 years in the making. We want to schedule everything 2 years in advance. Number one, to make sure that we've got the design down, but then number two, we test these things and try them in the field to make sure that there's not any weak points or failure points.
Yeah.
And if there is, which I'll be honest, there has been in all of them.
Yeah.
You know, we work those kinks out before you get this product in hand. Not to say that there's always not an exception. There can always be an exception, but one thing that we do pride ourselves on and grounded is great customer service. We're going to make things right, especially if it is a true product failure.
Yeah.
So,
And that thing we battle tested that thing this past spring. I mean, it was in the hills of Tennessee. It was in the mountains of Alabama. It was in Wyoming,
I was about to say mountains. We ain't got mountains here. We got mountains in Wyoming and Montana when we went out there.
I don't know. Some of those places you guys brought me to, them were some mountains. It felt like I was stuck in there.
Well, there was some thickets too.
Yeah, there
Some
was.
briar thickets that we went through. I think we told that story.
Yeah. Yeah. So, like I said, we were battle testing that thing out in Wyoming and Montana. And I've always been the type that would prefer just a chest pack over the full blown vest, and I've been one of those guys that's run both of them for as long as I can remember. But the cool thing about this is we touched on the part that it does still have the game bag and it still has a seat on it. But what's so cool about this and what I haven't seen on the market and what set this one apart from the others is the fact that you can actually remove the game bag and the seat portion if you don't want to tote that with you.
Yep.
And just run it as a chest pack.
Yeah, it's convertible.
Yep, exactly. And so that was something that was really cool and a cool function that I personally enjoy. And to be honest with you, I'll probably run it more as a chest pack than with the seat and the cushion, or with the seat and the bag portion of it. But being able to have the functionality of both, I think we're going to hit a market that's been in the need of something like that for a long time.
Yep.
Yeah, and I think what it does too is, as we all know, like the cost of stuff is going up a lot.
Yeah.
And so we wanted to set this at a nice price point. But really, if you are a multi-species hunter like a deer and a turkey hunter, you can use this during deer season too.
Yeah, 100%. I know that Drew had talked on, or he had hit up on the fact that we'd run several different models and stuff like this before we actually released it.
Yeah.
And I went out to Montana and Wyoming, Montana on a mule deer hunt probably, it's been a year ago now.
Yeah.
Yeah. November.
And so I was able to just run the chest pack portion for my binos, and I was able to, it's got a pocket in there for your phone as well too. I was able to slide that in there, no problem. And then the zipper portion on the bottom of it as well too, man. It just, multifunctional, regardless of what species you're after, you can use that chest pack for anything. And yes, it is geared more towards turkey hunting, but the fact that you can use it for whatever is pretty awesome.
Yeah. And I think that's where, you might start seeing a lot of the industry go is being able to use a vest for different seasons of different things too. And so that's something we really hit on with this pack.
Yeah.
So, so we kind of talked about it, the hybrid pack. So it's available for pre-order now when you're listening to this.
Yep.
You can go onto the website and you can pre-order it. Our expected ship date is around March 1st.
Yeah, March 1st is the plan, and if they come in sooner than that,
we're getting them out.
We're getting them out as soon as they come in. So
we will have we'll have them at shows and stuff. Definitely, we're predicting to have them before NWTF.
That's the hope and the goal. But when you're dealing with manufacturers and stuff, have to hit open waters to get here.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's why we had the March 1st date on there, just to.
Yeah, but we'll at least have the samples and everything at NWTF for sure. So you can get your hands on it. You can wear it. You can try it out. They're not sized. They're a one size fits all.
Yep.
And so you will be able to check them out, and we'll even be taking pre-orders at NWTF if we don't have them by the time.
I feel like we'll have them by that time.
I think so too. We just wanted to be safe and put March 1st. But as soon as we get them in, they're going out the door.
That's right. And I'm going to add one more thing to that.
Uh-oh.
If you pre-order, this is only available on the pre-orders. If you pre-order, does not matter which colorway you order, which colorways we haven't talked about yet. So I'll hit that. We got Locust Brown, so we got the solid.
Yep.
We've got Mossy Oak Greenleaf.
Yep.
Greater and Greenleaf. # Greater and Greenleaf.
Hey, and Mossy Oak's done something a little bit different with their Greenleaf this year.
Yeah,
it's like a darker tone to it, which I like.
Yep. And then the new. Well, I guess original, I should say.
Yeah, original
Mossy Oak Bottomland.
Yep. Man.
So we're switching from new Bottomland to original Bottomland. So that's the 3 colorways that it'll be offered in.
Yep.
But back to what I was saying, if you pre-order, you will get a free pair of full finger new Bottomland gloves
for the first 100.
For the first 100 pre-orders.
Yep.
And
first
I will say
100
that's
pre-orders.
That's going to run out pretty quick.
Big asterisk.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
as of the time of recording, I think we've already gotten a good amount of pre-orders.
We have
probably.
We're
Yeah. So if you want a free pair of gloves,
you better hop on.
You better hop on and pre-order. The price point on them, remind me, I'm blanking on it.
$25 normally for the gloves.
For the hybrid pack.
Oh, hybrid pack $149.
$149. That's what I thought. I was gonna say $150,
and that's too cheap. I got on Drew when we was talking about price points. I said, "Dude, this is a $200 vest here we got."
I know,
Drew's
man.
like, no, we want to make sure that we can. Everybody has the opportunity to buy this.
Yes.
So
I want to take care of the people that take care of us.
Yeah. One thing I will say, if you are a new turkey hunter and you are just kind of looking to get into it, this is
Yeah.
a great option for you.
100%.
Because you can still carry all your gear. You get a game bag. You can use it as a bino harness. I mean,
Yep.
this is such a lower cost option for you.
Yep.
But with that being said, we did not sacrifice on quality.
No, quality is still the standard.
Yep.
I mean, that's what we want to do, and that's why we have so many revisions and run it before we bring it to market. So
Yep, absolutely.
Yeah. So we're excited about that. And we're also excited about our 2.0 impact vest that we have sold the last couple of years now.
yeah,
Number one seller
Yep.
that we have.
That's absolutely
it
right.
was. Yeah,
It was.
But the reason that we are excited about the 2.0 impact vest that we have sold for a couple of years is because we are now offering it in.
original Bottomland.
Man, you bottomland lovers are going to be.
Yep.
They're gonna love it. I mean, they've only been asking for it since 20.
Yeah. So that was after Greenleaf. The next biggest request that we got was original Bottomland.
Yeah.
And we've had just a ton of guys every year say, I'd love to own impact vest. I'd
Yep.
love to wear impact vest, but
Yep.
I only wear original Bottomland, and you don't offer it in that.
So all you guys that come up to us during NWTF and all
No
these other
excuses.
shows, no excuses now. You
Yep.
can get it.
I'll tell you the other pattern that I'm starting to hear a lot of feedback on. Mossy Oak tree stand.
Yeah, so we've had several people hit us up on that as well too over the shows, and I'm not saying that we're not going to do that.
Yep.
I just feel like I need a little bit more time to process that, because when I think mossy oak tree stand, I think deer hunting.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
but
But
I
if you
do
are
love-
interested in that, please let us know.
yeah, for
Yeah,
real,
we definitely want
I
to hear it.
mean, yeah. Send us a message, comment on something,
yeah,
talk to us in person at these shows. Like,
Yep.
we want to know about it.
absolutely.
So,
And are these going to be available for pre-sale?
Yeah. So at the time of recording, if you go to the Impact 2.0 on the site, you'll see an option for Bottomland and original Bottomland.
Yeah, original Bottomland.
You'll see original Bottomland on there. Those are available for pre-order as well. So you won't get that directly right away. We kind of have a system where we tag the order so we know that it's a pre-order
Yep.
and it'll go out when we get them in. And so as soon as we get those in, we expect to ship them out.
yeah, March
Right
1st on that ship date, too.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. So as you can see, you know, right at the end of 2024,
Yeah.
I mean, we hit it hard.
We did.
We released the hybrid pack. It's 2025 now, and we're talking about the original Bottomland and the
Yeah.
2.0. But that's not stopping us for 2025. We've
Already got other
ton of
stuff. We've already got new products that we're working on that
Yep.
that we'll probably be testing this spring.
Have been working on.
have
Been working on, yeah. That'll be coming out for 26. Is the goal there.
And some of them for 27.
Yep.
Yeah, and some for 27 as well too. So
I've just got to say, and this is going to be very vague for the listeners, but
Yeah.
I'm telling you too. The one that you guys dropped me off the other day
Yeah.
at the house, nonstop. Like, I love that product
yeah.
already, and I cannot wait for people to
I
see
feel
it.
like we've had so many come out. I can't even remember which one we're talking about. But don't go into detail.
I won't go into detail.
We'll talk about it off.
We'll talk. Yeah, we'll talk about it offline. So, 2025. You know, we learned a lot in 2024. I want to hit again. Thank you guys for the growth that we were able to have because of you.
Right.
You know, we truly cannot thank you enough. But 2025, I kind of want to hit on a few things. I want to hit on, you know, what we're going to do for 2025. But first, I want to talk about shows.
Yeah.
Because that's another area where we are expanding is shows. We kind of have a few states that we're starting to see a lot of customers come from,
Right.
and we're hitting those states
Mm-hmm.
because we want to definitely grow there. So let's talk about them. Number one, our first show is going to be NWTF.
Yeah.
Right, that's going to be kind of kicking off the year for
Yeah.
us.
February 13th, I think, is the day where it opens up to the public on that one.
Right.
Or it could be the 14th. I'm not sure, but that's our one that we've been going to for years from day one.
That's our World Series.
Yeah,
right
that's
there,
our
is
World Series right out the gate. And you know, last year we were able to hit Raleigh, North Carolina. We didn't really know what to expect there, but man, the feedback that we got and the amount of people that stopped by the booth, I was very surprised. And then Drew and I had a conversation before the show was even over. It's like, hey, we're coming back here again next year. So we went ahead and rebooked for next year. So we'll be back in Raleigh.
Yep.
Whatever weekends those are. And then we'll touch on some of those dates as well, too, in some of the upcoming podcasts. And so, so within that, we also wanted to add a couple more shows. And so we did some research and started looking around. And, turkey hunting is all based on dates. And we wanted to try to hit some shows where we could get in some states that we've had a lot of customers feedback and then a lot of support over the years as well, too. And so South Carolina was one of those that we wanted to get into. And so we're excited to be in the Palmetto
State Classic.
State Classic, yeah. So that's in Columbia. And I think that's either the last
weekend of March on that one.
Last weekend of March. So
Yep.
that's actually going to affect our turkey hunting at home.
Yeah, we'll already be open here in Alabama.
Yeah,
so
it will be. But I think it
we
actually...
need your support.
Yeah, yeah. And but I think it actually opens up in South Carolina for the majority of the state that following weekend.
Yes,
so
that's correct.
So we're excited about that. And then we're going back to a show that we did a couple years ago back in Birmingham.
2 years ago, I think.
And that show is actually going to be in August. So that'll kind of be outside the turkey season.
July.
Yeah, July. So that'll give us an opportunity to get back in Birmingham, which I mean is just right down the road from us anyways.
Yep.
And we might have some new products to release at that. I don't know. We'll just see what Tom says. So
And talking about feedback, like Colton said, if there's a show that you want to see us at, let us know.
yeah, we would love to be there.
Yeah, we had one show this year that we went back and forth to that I actually would love to hear from you guys if you're listening to this and you go to this show.
Yep.
I'd love to know because we almost went to the Bassmaster Classic in Texas this year.
Yep.
We thought very, very hard about it. But, with that just kind of being more geared towards fishing, we obviously decided to kind of hold off, and instead we did the Palmetto State Classic this year. But if you go to that show, please let us know what you think of it.
Yeah.
And because that might be something we add to our show list next year.
Yep. But yeah, we're excited about all the shows that are coming up and the new people we're going to meet. And I noticed last year after the Raleigh show, our online sales from North Carolina picked up quite a bit. So we're hopeful that it does the same thing in South Carolina too.
Yeah. Yeah. As far as, kind of talking about 2025 and our plans, you're going to see a lot from us this year.
Yeah.
In the past, we have kind of set, I would say in the last 2 years, we've kind of laid the groundwork for things that we want to do. And you're going to see the fruits of that in 2025.
Yeah.
So, if you're listening to this, you're obviously a big supporter of ours. And, we would just ask that when you see our stuff, share it. Give us feedback because that's how we learn and that's how we grow. But we're excited for all that 2025 brings.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Here we are. It's on us now.
Yeah, it is.
Busy season. Here we go.
Is, for sure. Well, Drew, anything else you want to hit on?
No, I don't think so. I think that's about all I've got.
Yeah. We just wanted to really jump on, with it being a new year. We kind of been radio silent. We had we all had a lot of life happen recently, and it was hard to kind of schedule a time, but we're going to be, more consistent and stuff with the episodes coming out here. The cadence may change.
It may be a little bit different. It may not all be in the podcast studio. There may be some.
We may do some virtual, just,
right.
Brandon's having a baby. We're going to be traveling.
Yeah.
We're going to be doing shows, so.
Maybe some with video, some without video.
Right, exactly. Yeah. So just give us some grace for some flexibility and stuff. But, we still want to make sure that we're adding quality and value to your guys' life.
That's right. We could always just fix a room. You fix a room in your house, your house, and in my house.
Yeah.
Just set it up just like the studio right here.
That's it.
And it'll be consistent.
Our wives would love that. They definitely wouldn't have a problem with that at all.
That's right.
Yeah.
Well, thank you guys for listening to this episode, season 2, episode number 1.
Yeah.
Yes.
Coming back on the radio and on your podcast platform. So be sure to visit the website, groundedbrand.com. Like I said, go check out the hybrid pack. Go check out the new, not new Bottomland, but original Bottomland that is new to our lineup.
Right.
For the Impact 2.0.
Mm-hmm.
And, thanks again, you guys, for support in 2024. And we'll see you guys in the second episode.